settling for threes. His movement without the basketball, using his teammates to free himself up for jump shots. We saw the back cut against the overplay, the dribble drives, complete package.
Little full court pressure by the Islanders off this timeout. A timeout because there was moisture on the floor, so it turned out to be our under 8 timeout. Texas Southern with the basketball heading to the basket. John Walker is
higher former head coaches.
59-57. Keys just made that bucket to break the 57 all tie. 6:15 to play here in the second half. They go up top to Gresham. Gresham right back to Etienne.
Those guys don't foul. Get a quick deuce here if you can. You're down 5. You don't need a 3. You just need a basket.
Quinones will launch a 3.
It's good!
Especially for a 62% shooting free throw freshman.
Moore turns the corner. Layup goes.
Smart. But it was a fraction late compared to the last double team that was executed perfectly.
Biggest difference freshman year to sophomore year for Dickinson. Improved jump shot. He's now a threat from the perimeter. Roddy's got the smaller Brooks on him.
Got to go fast, though.
Oh, the touch from
21 for Stanley Umude. 2-possession game. Catamounts got to hustle. Under 20 to go. Sullivan on the dribble. Here's Shungu. Got a 3.
To their feet. Race with the gather. Got his power base, and that boosted him up for the chin up on the rim.
Maldonado tries to answer and does.
And pointed out all the deficiencies and vulnerabilities and areas he needs to improve if he wants to have a sustained career in the NBA. And that was one of the reasons he came back.
Maldonado a few spins and was able to slide it through. You know what you can do good. This is what you need to polish up.
Striving for excellence.
15-15. Thompson for 3. Got it. Avery Johnson, Steve Lavin, and John Rothstein. I'm Tom McCarthy. 1-point lead for Wyoming. Maldonado's done this all night to the corner for Oden. Oden's able to...
strategy and that each team's going to have. Are you going to play single coverage, no help? Are you going to dig, which Indiana was digging on that last play?
And Hunter
shoot the 3, but they're standing in one place. They're not moving with or without the basketball.
No doubt.
Maldonado trying again against Finney, and that is a tough shot, little hook shot.
And how could you flop on that? And then on offense, he said when 3 guys are guarding you, you need to take it to the basket and kick it out. He looked at the whole team and said, we are not ourselves. Get the ball moving and get an assist here and there and stop trying to play selfish basketball.
I believe that he could get them to where they needed to be, which he's done.
The re-recruiting was huge. Yes. Follow gets a nice feed.
Just needs a little separation to get into the rhythm of his 3-point attempt.
Not sure there's a better pass. Not as big a deal, even though I'd still like to have it for the last shot if I ever get in that position.
Michigan has made its last 4 shots. They've got a 4-point lead. Diabate remains in there with 4 fouls.
Yeah, it just has to be very careful.
High-low action. Dickinson. Too easy.
Sign of things to come. He was a big scorer at Arizona State, of course, averaged 19 a game for 2 years.
Remember, when Bobby Hurley got there, was guard you.
Yes.
Exploded on the scene and so tough to play against him right there.
Finished with a left hand.
Jack up a lot of threes.
Wow, if you could make threes, that was a pass by Lightfoot.
McCann's cross courts it to Rice. Henry got a 3.
31-27 Kentucky. 4.5 to go in this first half.
Now, if they're a big play like that, let's see how St. Peter's reacts. Do they come down and panic a little bit, get the emotions against them?
Banks, cold-blooded.
Boy, they don't. They just come back.
St. Peter's with the lead. And the ball. 3 minutes to go.
There's the cut.
Entered the finish. This is Matthew Lee. St. Peter's having a tough time generating offense here in the second half. They trail Kentucky 47-42. Eddard has checked in as well. Eddard Doesn't get it to go.
The paint, 9 field goals in the second half, 7 coming in the paint. They struggled in the first half, but they've been able to execute here in the second.
Nice post bounce, gonna bring this one down. And Craig, happy to see that. Kuzi, the 6th year former walk-on. He's got 9 points and 5 assists. Bernard on the attack. 2 more. Bernard transfer from Cincinnati, now in his 3rd year at St. Mary's. Gales have not played since last Tuesday in the West Coast Conference Championship game. A loss to Gonzaga. Jackson Davis out to Parker Stewart. His 3rd way to get an easy one. 7-point game.
They got to give Duran a touch in the low post, not out there.
Lomax, dish down low to Williams, and it goes. Milne. I think Dickinson just went a little too quickly just then.
Kendall Moore gets word from Nico Medved. Just about 5 minutes gone by in this second half. 3-point lead for Colorado State. They've missed their last 4 attempts from the field. Roddy, swing, jumper, got another!
Only the 4th 2-point field goal of the day for the Broncos. And the answer on the other end.
The most solid college basketball player.
Averaging 10 points per game and shoots 38% from deep.
And he doesn't turn it over on a team that averages a ton of turnovers a game. One of the worst in the country when it comes to turnover percentage, 352.
Now Boise State with the shot clock at 5. Shaver over to Degenhart for 3. Yes.
But a really tough break for the Badgers. So they're still down 4 as we cross the 8-minute mark. Kalscheur, he buries another one. Turning the favor.
That pass was telegraphed, and Kalscheur did a great job of getting off the contact. Not allowing Davis to post up. Now he's attacking him on this end.
Kalscheur taking him to the rack.
I was surprised that Mag took that shot.
He's only made 4 on the year.
Atkinson. Boy, that is old school right there, isn't it?
Actually, the biggest lead of the second half, because at halftime they led by 7, and then Vermont kept chipping away at it. Nice drive by Shungu.
Going down the court by yourself. Confidence.
He provides some pop off the bench for the Dons. 6 points. DeQuan Smith drives in, finishes.
Verbrace had a hold of the rim, got his hands clear of that. The rebound is to Richmond. Backdoor cut, Gilliard. Great pass by Golden.
Anymore. He wants his team to make a move. Otherwise, they'll be headed home to Bloomington.
And the problem is, you know, they're playing a team that doesn't beat itself. They're going to be patient, and they're going to do that. The Richmond team was dangerous. They were picked from the beginning of the year to be really good. Had kind of a downish season. Very experienced. Jacob Gilliard was tremendous against Iowa today.
It was Iowa at the buzzer defeating Indiana in the Big Ten tournament semifinals last week. Johnson drives in.
Oh, what a shot! By 1 rebound to Memphis in the second half. So they've done the job on the glass and in the half-court defense.
Fans making some noise as well. Duran pass, the extra pass from Lomax to Will.
He's a smart young man.
Nice slip.
Takes it to the rack. How about that?
Young can only go a couple of possessions with that small lineup against Texas before Chris Beard puts that big lineup on the floor. And with Couture and Aluma with 2 fouls, I don't think we'll see that. But
UCLA, last couple of possessions, they haven't doubled it. I thought when they were doubling him, he had 3 turnovers, by the way. Now they didn't double it.
Juzang hits 2 in a row.
71-58 to Auburn. St. Peter's has already advanced to the second round. They'll meet the winner of this one on Saturday. Burns hands it off. Hannibal, aggressive. Trey Hannibal.
Well, they are. Look, listen. They had 24 assists in the last game. They only have 2 right now. So you got to give a lot of credit to the North Carolina defense for not allowing them to get those open looks off the dribble penetration.
Davis again.
Wow.
And another.
Quickly, those gaps may be open a lot earlier for Flagler and the rest of the backcourt to get inside.
Bacot gets it deep and now scores it with the right hand. That's a spot.
Glass and get those offensive rebounds. And he said, third, we have 0 assists. Let's get the ball moving and put ourselves in a position to succeed.
All good points, and Dale Bonner is on the floor now for Baylor. Three-pointer.
And in the upset win against Iowa, he missed a lot of those shots inside. You can tell that's not normal for him. He's really, really confident once he gets into that mid-post area and he drives.
There's an open 3 again, and it goes again. Providence has got to shoot a free throw, as Brendan said, with the fans behind us wondering why.
Korkler on the front. Go down on this floor earlier today as North Carolina beat Baylor. And that's going to be a foul on the floor.
Just shooting right over him, neutralizing his size at roughly 7'1".
Dickinson rolls to the rim, gets proper position, and gets the bounce on the.
Been playing well over this last 15 or 16 games for Tennessee.
Also had 9 rebounds in that victory. The acceleration and finish.
Been to the line yet in the first half. It's part of the reason why Purdue has this 8-point lead.
Here's Williams, such a threat. Boy, that face-up.
No. It's coming right at him. He just stays with the play.
And he's getting Moses Malone type numbers because of misses and boards.
He's putting them up in a hurry, isn't he? 12 rebounds.
Eddard hands it off. Now Defo flying to the.
And he puts so much pressure on you through the course of the game. We'll see how the mental aspects of Creighton are down the stretch.
Hawkins springs free.
Up that backdoor cut.
Bez and Bang with just an exquisite pass. And a good offensive start for Yale. Here comes
Championship game last week against St. Mary's. Johnson step back. It's good. Nembhard. Oh, what a feed to Tip.
And Carroll's got to be busy too, I think, on this. Move the elevator. Nice play.
In the lane and a run. Wow.
Williams, he's open. Oh, Deacon again. You leave him
if you touch it. Trent Frazier back in, has the ball. Hawkins on the wing. Coburn is right there. And a foul.
Free throws killing Gonzaga. 4 of 11 after they shot 53% from the line on Thursday. The high-low. Dandridge off glass for 2.
Yeah, that East bracket has been blown up.
Baylor out, Kentucky out. And we saw UCLA advance to the Sweet 16 a short time ago here in Portland. Durham beats Dandridge. Dandridge, the finish.
That's a great year. We were a little tense as the #1 seed. Coburn back in and has heard from.
It's re-energized college basketball with these young men and women being able to go anywhere they want.
He thought about it, but I like the fact he didn't take that shot. If you're not sure there's 5 minutes to play, you're up 7, the clock is your friend. Don't take a bad shot that can lead to a fast break the other way. Slow it down, run some clock, get the ball inside and see if you can get another quality possession.
Work the clock down to 6, and that is big time.
He had foul trouble in that Notre Dame game, so wasn't really out there much, but super talented.
Yeah, showing you why his first team all Big 12. Over the top, they got him. And Williams.
And Banks Reds will check out.
A little misdirection here to try to get Kofi down low. High-low action here
Against DeSouza.
and that's #2.
Back in the thick of this thing with 13.5 to go. Underneath. Boy, nice play.
Nembhard straightaway 3 is good.
Early
Friday morning. Obviously, there was a high of winning the game, and now you got to get yourself ready for this big one against St. Peter's.
I thought you might be suggesting I nodded off there for a while at that night. Did you? Just for 5 minutes or so. Here we go.
Nadefo. Nice.
Not want to give up open threes. Providence's motto is make the team take tough twos. Tough open threes is a defensive no-no.
Orkler got open for a three and got it. Second.
We are underway in Portland. So you're going to see two really good defensive teams, but very different. Boise State will play more packed in. Memphis is going to try to force a lot of turnovers by putting pressure.
DeAndre Williams with the first shot of the game, and it's good.
With 8.6 rebounds now. 5 of those boards offensive rebounds.
Got it.
Oh, nice.
Got it.
Backdoor cut. Go State. Hoping for just the opposite. Game plan is working. Backdoor cut again. And
draw up a play where they can get a really quality shot, make or miss on this possession.
Trey Alexander's a handful. Coming off a terrific round 1 performance on the offensive and defensive end. Kaluma now for 3. Man, Kaluma
to score the bucket.
His dad, Ron, fantastic ball player. Atkinson, good catch.
He's made for these moments.
South Dakota State by 4. 5 minutes into the first half. Three-pointer goes on the other end.
And 4 rebounds with 5:35 to play. First half.
I'm thinking he's going to double-double again.
Yeah.
Unless he gets fouled. Look at this.
Slip to the rim. Rupert.
Defensively. Not playing the defense that they're normally playing.
Kuzi. Oh, tough shot.
And these student athletes, the game to be taken away at this point. Hopefully it's not serious.
Yeah, and again, you don't know if this is his last NCAA tournament. Or he's going to test the NBA water.
Threat of the shot. Notre Dame able to stretch or distort Rutgers' defense. And after some ball movement and man movement, they create that little isolation back down dribble for the finish.
4-point lead for the Irish. McConnell from the right side. It's good. Splash City.
To winning this game. He also added, in addition to that, they have to start making chippies at the rim. He feels they let a lot of points go away. But there's 2 back.
The spot. He was wide open. But because he floated it towards the baseline, it took him away from a nice little jump hook he could have had inside.
Pulliam. There goes the rope. Nice lead. And throw it down.
Than 3.5 blocks per game. Meanwhile, that foul was on Sosime. Now both big men for Georgia State have 2 fouls. Watson, Nedwa. Go diagonally against this Tennessee team. You better be very, very sure that your pass is wide open to make that one.
First 3 of the day for Tennessee. They led the SEC in that category. Collectively 36%. Back in. Wilkins floats it
to the next dimension.
Make that number 4 in this half from outside the arc.
Look at that answer.
Bounds, official stopped it, went to a TV timeout. So no timeout there, and we're back good to go. Here's Duren. Spinning on our moves around him and scoring. That was the first Boise State field goal in the last 3.5 minutes. Dandridge jumper.
Backdoor cut. Beautiful pass from Golden.
Great way, just attacking, getting into the paint. You have to respect their shooters, and they're driving closeouts.
Abaji and another whistle, and he'll Jacksonville State goes.
Jacksonville State, their opponents shoot 30
Flex plays. There underneath. They're able to get.
Looks for Iowa. Couldn't get it to go down, though.
Yep. And here's the Spiders from the A-10. 23-12 coming in after winning their conference tournament. Inside they go to Tyler.
August Mahoney. This is mine a high degree of difficulty. Whistle blown here.
Hey, Davis, Debo Davis will bring it up for the Hogs. Nice feed inside and a slam by Trey Wayne. 13 to go. Davis stops in the lane and pops.
Unbelievable. He shot 53% from the line against Georgia State on Thursday. Quinones bounces it to Duren. Down low, Duren is fouled. He's got to finish that.
Would have really been cool if he just bought tickets for him.
He can afford it.
You got to believe he can.
Tyre finds Mathurin. Mathurin finally knocks one down.
San Francisco has not shot the three well tonight collectively. 1 second differential. Shot clock to game clock. Step back, jumper.
Because he puts so much pressure and stress on the defense that other things open up.
Both of these teams starting their day early. Oh, damn.
Back from 9 down in this half. Can't cheat off a Hauser on these dribble drives. Step back 3. And he got it! And Williams had to come.
182 when they were seeded 9th. They're the 10 seed in the East region. Williams, catch, fire, bottom, a 3.
How are they going to play Atkinson in the post? They brought the double team from the baseline. So we'll keep our eyes on that.
Atkinson in the post, and of course we mentioned it, Cormac Ryan at the perimeter. There's a good post feed entry.
Form on the season, 50% of the Cowboys' points come through Maldonado and Ike.
And Ike is going to get an offense
for Trace Jackson Davis. And the finish for Dukas.
Squad.
His free throw cuts the lead to 1. Here's Watson out on top, guarded by Wilson. Durham, a jump stop, the kick out, 3-pointer on the baseline. Go. So 3.5 minutes for the Friars without points. See how they do this trip.
And I'm always interested to see the first play that a coach runs out of timeouts. Really shows me how good they are with their clipboard.
Bynum, fadeaway, tough shot for anybody, but they clean up underneath. Croswell
this year. Mike Gray said that he arrived on campus. He didn't really see him in person because of COVID. And he said after the first day of practice, he's like, oh, I think we have something here. Ron Harper Jr. with the fadeaway jumper.
Defense. Not in any level. AAU, college, pro, it doesn't matter.
Allen was going with the bigger front line.
Big time, man.
And away we go. The Baylor Bears have the first possession, and right away you get the ball into the hands of Akinjo. Akinjo and Flagler, this excellent backcourt. Flagler gets the
defense an awful lot of the credit for that.
Liddell now with 11 points and 9 rebounds and 3 blocks. Norris Williamson, long 3. Oh!
On the blocks, David Roddy, Minneapolis native.
He's going to get his touches the last 6.5 minutes of this game.
57-54, Michigan. Brooks, he beats Lake off the dribble, feeds it. Diabate, bodies bump. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Michigan was an 11 seed in 2016. They lost to Notre Dame in the first round that year. Brooks, 7 to shoot. Jumper is pure.
We talked about Collins with 2 minutes off the clock in this game with an ankle injury.
24 years since the Dons' last appearance in the NCAA tournament. They got a 2-point lead in overtime. It rims in for KJ Williams.
San Diego, again, a trip to the Sweet 16 is on the line. And the first possession going to Texas Tech. The team that took care of Montana State in their opening game in the NCAA tournament.
Shot it with confidence.
54th 3-pointer hit for Jamari Rice this year.
He's only a 33% 3-point shooter, so they'll definitely take that.
Cole in the lane with the left hand.
That's the guy.
That's not really good offense so far from UCLA. They scored there on that second chance point, but they're not doing really good in their first offense.
Dukas for 3. Wow. St. Mary's. He
below. A.J. Reeves kicks it back on top to Al Durham. They move it around the perimeter to Harkler.
Let's see if they can work this thing into Watson, who's their team's leading scorer, 13-8.
Easy to think, Debbie, how far he's come. We'll get into his story as the day goes on. Could very well be the most improved player in the country. Beautiful backdoor cut. Slam
the other way. Hall maneuvering. Williamson back to Hall. This is a 2.
And you wonder when Self will make that entry. Got immediate timeout coming up shortly. Fizel, nice pass. O'Connell with the reverse. Oh, the foul on the...
They don't really want to get into rotations. They trap the ball near the sideline on that last possession. That allowed Notre Dame to play 4-on-3 on the weak side.
Good catch by Harper down low. Got some space off the glass. It's good.
Right now on TNT. A tight one at Kentucky and St. Peter's as well. Tournament never disappoints. O'Connell got it. Little mid-range is pure.
We shot 200 to 300 free throws as practice was winding down because his stroke looks great from the charity stripe. Here comes Moore with a spin and a 2. He's as slippery as...
Third best offensive rebounding team in the country. They've missed a lot of shots tonight. Normally they make up for that.
What a pass by Rice.
Great pass by.
Gresham is out. Yahuza Rosas checks in for the first time. They lose a lot when Gresham goes to the bench. There's Amaji. He is a deadly...
Double digits much of this first half. But right now, Debbie, their offense has gone cold. Hunter against Mahoney. Burling underneath. This is 80, and it's just 2 each.
Another good effort. Longwood defensively, they really have a nice glue to help one another. Be aware of when a teammate is being beat to the basket.
Tennessee up by 3. Longwood hanging and scoring.
To Watson, if you're going to be behind the three-point line, stroking it like that, Brad.
And here's a team, as you said, that can really stroke it from 3. They're number 2 in the country in scoring. There's the first 3, and there's the guy that Evan just talked about.
Game that we did against Iowa as well. It's a luxury for a coach to have a 5-man that can step out of the perimeter and handle the ball and make passes like that. It really opens up the offense.
5 assists the other night, 5 rebounds. Durham is feeling it.
Cronin said you can't speed them up. No matter what you do, you can't get them to play out of their means. They know what they're doing and they stick to it. Riley turn around and he gets the bounce.
You know, that's a place where times in the driveway. 4-point lead for the Cyclones. Here comes Pinson, dropping a dime, and Wilkins.
Tie of the night. We've had 10 lead changes. The largest cushion either way has been 6 in favor of Murray State. Hill off the dribble handoff. High archer, good, and a foul.
The Big 12 championship. Islanders, Murdoch's down to the corner. And whistle blow.
And their leading rebounder, Sosime, who averages almost 10 rebounds per game, went down with an injury here in the first half and has not returned. And they're up to it. Timmy, lob, Holmgren. Oh, what a play!
Look for Kentucky right now.
Lee walks it across with Washington backing off a bit.
Yeah, trying to speed them up a little bit. Nice backdoor cut.
And there it is, rising up for the jam.
Those guys who are getting double teamed can't find open men.
And this is with Lucas Williamson on the bench here for Loyola Chicago. Branham, 17-footer right down the hatch.
Covered it.
Half-court set here for Michigan. Brooks on a handoff for Collins. Terrence Williams back in.
Can pass out of top of the key. Can pass out of the post.
They've gone 4 minutes without scoring. Brooks ends that streak.
Better way to keep tabs on a tournament. Everything at the touch of a finger. Great job by our studio crew keeping us abreast. What a pass.
Decision in the middle of the floor to kind of either drive it straight through or kick it quickly.
Now Defo gets around Manick, plants, and scores.
Catch by McCormick, and he had 3 guys hanging on.
And it's off to Durham. Portler, another 3. Cut it off.
Alexander turns the corner looking for Fizel. To catch Fizel.
They predetermined right there, Brian, that he was going to dribble, penetrate, and then pass it over. Wasn't recognizing.
Nice finish by Bradley. With
3-point action for TCU. Backdoor for Macklin.
It's a one-point game.
Pulliam, Bradley, Seiko, Rashad Johnson, and a rope. Mensah has not been much of a factor. Saddled with foul trouble, the big man. Seiko, a little mid-range is good. And we'll get it reorganized. Pulliam with O'Connell on him. Now Baker Mazzari got another one on his way. It's another foul.
And shoots a higher percentage shot as a result.
And it's no secret what Steve alluded to. This game is being played at the Indiana Hoosiers.
That's exactly
this
right.
Grinded out, heavyweight fight. This is...
Adams 2 for 9 from the field. Here's Jasper.
He does that hedge by Kessler and attacking on the weak side and just give the ball to Gibbs. Wow.
9 unanswered. Meanwhile, at the other end, there's a 3 for
order to influence and not always block the shot, but be an influencer inside, and that's just excellent positioning defensively by Bacon.
Baylor fortunate they didn't pin the fourth foul on Powell.
And Manick sticks it on the line break.
One of the real leaders of this squad, over 1,300 career points. Isaiah Stevens puts Colorado State in front by 10.
They may have gotten 5 buckets on isolating Dickinson in the middle of the floor. Here's where he's real good.
Dickinson.
Well, Bynum only has 1 field goal and 2 points in the game, and he is such an important factor.
Bravo!